Welcome back, everyone. In this clip, we are going to be inking our hero's costume. I'm just turning on and off the layers just to make sure that I did a decent job sticking to the blueprint of the pencil drawing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a layer on top of my costume layer, which is obviously a costume rough, and I'm going to call this layer costume ink. I'm going to be lowering the red line costume opacity down to about 50% and grab my brush, make sure the size is adequate for the task at hand, and begin inking. As usual, when starting a new layer that involves a brand new piece of detail as part of the illustration, this time being the costume, I jump right onto the headshot. I always gravitate to the thing that is going to be in the forefront of the viewer's eye. And for our hero, the number one thing that they're going to see is our character's face before they notice anything. It's just human nature. So I'm getting the contours of the mask around our hero's face, make sure it lines up right. Now I'm going to adjust the brush size and make it a little bigger, a little bolder to do the details around his traps and along his pecs and down to the tops of his abs, making sure that I keep in mind all the anatomical shapes. I'm not killing myself to make it 100% perfect because remember, there are elements to this that do need to look slick to help push the pose of the dynamics forward and not take away from them. I'm working on the details for the gloves right now, quickly going along the shapes that I put in, making sure that they have the clean look and feel that I was going for with the design of the gloves. The point of the gloves kind of plays off of the point at the bottom of the rib cage. So it's just a little touch of a design element that I thought would pull it together well, just like the corners of his mask by his cheekbones. When doing the belt around his waist, I am mindful of the shape of the torso, how it pulls in a little bit, how it pulls out a little bit, how it would wrap around the abs. I am keeping in mind where I want to make sure some of the heavy shading will go, but also maintaining some of the highlights that I wanted to leave in there. The belt is angled in a position to accentuate the dynamic shape. And now all I'm doing is just wrapping the hero's trunks around his quads. I'm going to layer the original one on top, keep the ink layer on the top now, lower the opacity, make sure it's nice, clean, and crisp, and I didn't really miss anything that I wanted to keep. All right, this looks pretty good to me. For our next clip, we are going to be going over a technique called reverse inking, where we ink with white. I look forward to seeing you guys there.